Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Scott Anderson and let's do some yoga. Now today is hammies in our jammies. That means we're going to work on lengthening the hamstrings, but we're going to take a rather unusual approach to do that. Going to be a lot of twisting. Now if you want to start warming up those hips, you can do a little floss. Can you floss like a boss? Do you have any coordination or skill at moving your hips at all? Because the reason I floss like a boss is I have a young child and we have a lot of like flossing competitions. So all we're really trying to do is move around. So if you can't floss, bounce, move, shake your hiney, okay? Then step your feet apart and let's just look up at the sky, take a deep breath, and as you hinge, slide your hands down your awesome little bunny foo-foo princess pajama pants and bend your right knee. Turn your right foot out. Slowly sit to your right heel into essentially a Cossack squat and turn your left toes up. We're going to take that to the other side. So go ahead and walk your hands over to your left. Sit to your left heel. Look over at your right foot. Point your toes up. Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest. Those are women pajamas, but I rock them, okay? Don't judge me. Slide your hands from side to side like you were doing a finger painting on your mat and just get loosey-goosey. That is a technical term. Bring your hands to center and then slide them back, palms down flat, fingers point behind you under your butt and your thumbs point out. I'm going to go to the side camera so you can see that roundness, that turtle shell shape in the back. We're going to push the glutes and the sitting bones back and pull the heart forward to get a little bit flatter spine. Put a little bit more tension on those posterior lines. And then we're going to rise back up. But before we do that, place your hands on the inside of your thighs and turn and look over your right shoulder, squatting down, pushing left knee away from your belly. And then turn the other way. Turn to your left, look over your left shoulder, and push your right knee actively away from your belly button. Now we're coming up, toe heel and the feet in. And once we've got our feet close enough underneath us, we're going to turn to the top of the mat. Now, I'm an idiot. So apparently, I didn't realize when I started this that my mat is actually pointing away from you guys. So, hey, bunny foo-foo, yeah, you, turn around. Yes, there you go. Now, pointing your toes forward, slide your hands down your legs again, place your fingertips on the floor, and just bouncing sort of from heel to heel, shifting your hips from side to side. Feels like a little bit of a nervous movement, like you're a little kid who knocked over the lamp, and now you're, mom's gonna kill me, mom's gonna kill me. Squat down. Sit your butt to your heels and bounce around some more. I got to get loose so I can run out of here. Mom's going to kill me. I didn't realize how much you could see my underwear when I got on my bunny foo-foo pants. So grab a hold of your right ankle with your left hand. Reach your right hand up. Turn your chest to the right. This is going to be an important component of our salutation today. Reach down. And grab your left outer ankle with your right hand, bending your knees no matter how much you need to do that. And then as you reach up with your left hand, just try to press into your left heel and straighten that leg. The right knee can stay bent. And then reach down. Squatting down again. I'm just working my way back so that my knees are behind the center of my mat. That way my feet are closer to the back edge of the mat. Lift your feet, pull your heart and your hips forward, and then push back. Keep your butt above your knees as you press your forehead to the floor. We're going to do that again. Come forward, lifting the feet, pointing your big toes up, heart forward, hips forward. And then push back, forehead to the mat. And then from there, we're just going to lift those knees and, again, move around freely any way you wish, any way that's most useful to you in your downward facing dog, bouncing, moving. This video apparently is sponsored by MeUndies. MeUndies. They didn't pay me to endorse that, but you can clearly see mine. What a shame. All right, heels high, knees off the mat as you come forward. We're just starting to engage those thighs. Push back. Now we're going to walk the feet up to the hands. We're going to start our salutation. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of twisting. Go ahead and rise up. A lot of twists. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, hinging forward. It loosens up the back, loosens up our hip. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it back. And then chest forward into a low lunge. You can even lower that knee down. Push back, straighten your right leg. Think about bending your left. Come forward, plant the hands, step back, and touch your chest to the mat. Push up and press back into down dog. When you inhale next, lift your right leg up and step to the top of your mat again. Reach your right hand up, twisting to the right. Reach down, step the left foot forward, and again, grab your left ankle with your right hand. As you inhale, reach your right hand up, push into the left heel, and rise up. Spring through the heels, reach for the ceiling, exhale, hinge forward, touch your mat. We're going to lift the right leg this time, and exhale, step it back. Inhale, just press your heart forward like there was a wall in front of your mat. Straighten your left leg. Maybe think about bending your right knee, trying to push your butt to the back edge of your mat. Come forward, plant your hands, step back, touch your chest to the floor, and press back. I'm going to give you the opportunity to do more push-ups as we go. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Reach your left hand up. Take a deep breath and reach down. When you step your right foot forward, grab your right ankle with your left hand. Reach your right hand up, push into the right heel. Reach down. As you rise, spring through the heels, reach for the ceiling, and hinge forward. Now let's do our second set. You're going to lift your left leg and step back. Inhale the chest forward. Exhale, push back. Right leg straightens, left knee bends if you can get there. Come forward, plant your hands, and step back. Touch your chest to the floor once, maybe twice, who knows? Press back. Let's not get crazy. Lift your right leg up and step forward. First, we're going to twist to the right. Reach your right hand up. Reach down, step your left foot forward. Grab your left ankle with your right hand. Twist your left, reaching your left hand up. Reach down. Lower your butt a little bit. Spring through the heels to rise. And let's do it again. Hinge forward, fingertips to the floor. Lift your right leg, step it back. Chest forward, breathe in, and push your butt back. Left leg straight, right knee bent. Inhale, come forward, plant the hands, step back, touch your chest to the floor once, maybe twice, who knows? Press back, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step that left foot softly forward, reach your left hand up, breathe in, reach down, step forward. Now we're going to twist to the right. Grab your right ankle with your left hand, reach up with your right hand. Reach down as you exhale. Little bend in the knees, spring through the heels, rise up, reach for the ceiling. And now we're going to do one more set. Lift your left leg, breathe in, exhale, step back. Inhale, hips forward and down, heart forward. Push back, right leg straight, left knee bends. Inhale, come forward, plant the hands. Exhale, step back. Touch your chest once, twice, 3 times a push-up. And then press back, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step to the top as soft as you can. Reach your right hand up, twisting right. Reach down, step forward, twisting left. Grab your left ankle, reach your left hand high, breathe in, reach down. Both hands rise. Reach up, spring through the heels, hinge forward. We got to do one more salutation. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step back. Chest forward, knee bends, heart goes to the wall in front of you. Push yourself away from the wall by straightening your leg. Come forward, plant your hands, step back. Touch your chest to the mat once, twice, 3 times a push-up. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, step forward. I don't care if you did one. Doesn't matter if you did none. Reach your left hand high. Take a deep breath. Step forward, grab that right ankle, reach up with your right hand. Reach down, and we did it. We did sun salutations. That's 80% of it. Hinge forward. Just getting your body moving. Get your body twisting. Step your left foot back, your right foot back. Press your heart back into downward facing dog. We're going to bring the knees to the mat and lower the elbows. Now, I want you to ball your hands into fists and squeeze them so you feel that activation in your forearms, and then turn your palms to the floor. I want you to notice what I'm doing there. If your elbows are wide and your hands are in, step your elbows in, step your palms out. You want your forearms as best you can to form sort of train tracks. Lift your knees, and we're in a dolphin position. I'm actively trying to push my mat forward with my arms, and I'm trying to slide my mat out from under me, behind me with my feet. And if I'm trying to push myself to the center with my hands and feet and elbows, my hips go up. Now go ahead and lower your knees. Now let's work on using a little bit of leverage for twisting. So what we're going to do is take that left hand, reach up, and I want you to follow where your hand goes. As you reach underneath your right armpit, lower your left shoulder and the side of your head to your mat. Inhale, reach up again, follow where that left hand goes. And when you reach under and slide your hand across the floor, lower your shoulder and the side of your head to your mat. We're going to do that one more time, reaching up and turning your chest as much as you can to the left. And then as you exhale, slowly slide the back of your hand across the floor. Now, once you got the side of your head on the floor, let's be really mindful about how we approach this. You're going to slide your right hand forward, and you can see my face there. I'm looking at my left hand. But the first thing that we want to do to keep our neck safe and get the most out of this stretch is to step the right foot out. First thing I'm going to do is tuck my chin to my chest so I can see between my legs or see my belly button. Now you're going to see me slowly turn my chin to my armpit so that I can look up at the ceiling, and then drawing the weight of my hips forward on top of the left shoulder. When I come out, I pull the weight back to the feet and plant the right hand next to the face. Step the right knee in, and we're going to do the other side. But it's important to remember what you're looking at and what your head's doing. And if you don't have enough mobility through the head and neck or shoulders, that's okay. Reach up with your right hand. When you exhale, slowly reach under, slide the back of your hand across the floor until you can place the right side of your head and your right shoulder on the mat. From there, we slide that hand back and reach up again. And then as we exhale, we're going to take that hand and reach under and slide it across until the right shoulder and the side of your head comes to the mat. One more time. Don't just reach up. Try to turn your chest to the right. And then when you exhale next, slowly slide that hand. Now, once you place the side of your head and your shoulder on the mat, you're probably looking to where your right hand went. So the first thing that we have to do is step left foot out. That puts some weight to keep us from rolling onto our back as we roll onto the shoulder. Your chin goes to your chest. You should be able to see between your legs first. And then when you turn your chin to your left armpit and look up at the ceiling, now you're kind of rolling onto the back of your head. The hips go forward, then the hips go back gently. And you can always use that left hand and left foot to help keep you on your shoulder. And if that left foot lifts, you're probably going to roll onto your back. That's not the worst thing that ever happened. Slide your left hand back until you can push your shoulder back off of the mat. And we're going to take those knees back up, pressing the heart back, looking down where sweat would drop off our nose, and we're in a down dog. Right leg lifts. Open the hip, bend the knee. And then slowly bring your right knee to your chest and kick your right foot close to the top left edge of your mat. Lift your right leg again and step forward. Just trying to get a little bit of core work in there, reaching both hands up, and then bringing hands down to the heart. Leaning forward, we're going to twist to the right and hovering the elbow over the knee, not connecting to it. Straighten the right leg a little bit and bend the left knee a little bit. And see if you can put more pressure on the ball of that foot. You might fall out of that pose. Now, anytime I fall out of that pose, I always leave it in because I want you guys to see that there's no such thing as a perfect practice, and there's nothing bad's going to happen to you. You're not a dork. Well, you might be a dork, but not because you fell out of a pose. Lower the knee. We're in knight's position. Now, what I'm going to do is sit back behind the left foot and sliding the left foot forward as I sit. Now I've got my left foot underneath my right thigh. I'm going to grab the arch of my right foot. So you can see here, once I switch cameras and go to the front, that I'm actually holding onto the heel, and my right foot is turned out about 45 degrees, or right leg is turned or laterally rotated about 45 degrees, and I'm just driving through the heel. From here, we're going to take the left ankle and place it on top of the right thigh. And we can lean back and step your right foot back. Another thing you can do is plant your hands close to your hips, lift your butt, and then step your butt closer to your right foot. And that's going to increase the stretch in your left glute or IT band. Now, I want you to think about rotating that left foot, just circumducting at the left ankle and trying to point your toe like you're tracing a circle with your big toe. Then we take the ankle off the thigh and cross the ankles. We're going to return the hands to the top of the mat and step the feet to the back of the mat and reset. A little bend in the knees is never a bad thing. Most people in sort of my circle and of yoga here in Denver, we would refer to that as a crouching cat versus a downward facing dog. A little bend in the knees gives you the opportunity to create less tension in the hamstrings. Then the back and the deep low back can do a better job of lifting the sitting bones. Lift your left leg, open your hip, bend your knee, and then bring your knee under your chest, right hand to your hip, and see if you can get your foot as close as you can to the top of your mat before you draw it back again. And then we're going to step softly forward, rising up into our high lunge, Anjaneyasana, and getting ready for a stabilizing kind of a twist. So the way we do that is by tightening the belly, straightening the front leg, which is a little bit weird for, I don't know, it's maybe kind of weird, maybe it's not. But as you twist, I want you to think about trying to straighten your front leg and bend your back leg. And that's going to help with a host of different biomechanical functions. Putting a little bit more zip, a little bit more zap into our yoga practice. Lower the knee down until you're in a knight's position. And then from here, we're just going to be able to slide that right foot forward so we can sit back. And we're going to use the right hand to grab the left foot at the arch, really kind of the heel. And then lift your foot off the ground, drive through the heel into your palm, and just try to rotate your left leg sort of at the femur there at about 45 degrees. You can see my foot turned out about 45 degrees there, pushing through the heel and pulling at the right shoulder. Once we plant the foot back down, we're going to take the right ankle and place it on top of the left thigh. Then again, you have the option to step the left foot back. You also have the option to pick up your butt and step your butt closer to your left heel. And then from here, just trying to lift the collarbones. And now we're going to just start circumducting through the right ankle. Just point your big toe and draw a circle with your big toe. And then trace that circle in the other direction. We always want mobility everywhere we can find it. We want to be as efficient through our practice as we can. And then we're going to release that leg to cross the ankles, return the hands to the top of the mat, reset back to our down dog or crouching cat position. So remember, you really shouldn't see your hands or your feet ideally here, okay? And that means just lift your chin and look straight down as though your mat was a mirror and you wanted to look into your own eyes, your own beautiful eyes. Lift your right leg. And here we go again. I'm going to shift to the left heel and try to get my right toes to the top left corner. Lift the leg again and step soft. From here, I'm going to take the left hand and step it out so I can lift my left leg and reach the right hand up into a revolved half moon. So the objective here isn't how much you can twist to the right, but how much you can twist to the right while you hold your left hip up. Step forward, hands on the knees. Lift the heart first. When your spine is straight, straighten your legs. Now at the top of the mat, we're going to take the right ankle and cross it to the left thigh. Hinging forward, I'm I'm going to grab a hold of my foot, and just like we did when we were seated a moment ago, you're going to grab your heel and push your heel out from that standing position. You can keep the left hand on the hip. Your leg doesn't have to be straight. It's going to be under a lot more tension, the hamstrings are, while you're standing. All we want to do now is take that right leg back and counter. Just reach down and see if you can touch your left big toe with your left index finger. Steady, smooth, deep breath. Comfort's important. That's why a lot of times when I'm practicing, I'm wearing little princess bunny foo-foo. Reach up. Just imagine that. 80% of the time, I'm wearing something ridiculous when I practice, and I'm probably listening to music you would not even believe. Reach your right hand up. I can't turn the music up here. I've already edited this of what I'm listening to, but I think it was Marilyn Manson. Lift the left heel, reach up with the right hand. Nice twisted triangle there. So every time we twist, we're informing our body, it's okay to twist, it's safe to twist, we're using the right muscles to twist. Go ahead and sit in your hero's pose to reset. Now we're going to do the other side. That means we've essentially, the most important components here is we're going to have a twisted half moon and a twisted triangle. So resetting to down dog or crouching cat. Lift the left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee. Now we're going to take that left knee under, and we're going to bring our body in kind of a plank, kind of a twist. The right heel turns down, and all I want to do is try to get my toes near the top corner and then extend the leg back. You want to put yourself through torment, just slow that down or even stop there. Step your left foot forward and lift your right leg up. So I'm stepping that right hand a little bit away from the top right corner. I'm on my fingertips there, reaching up with the left hand, but I'm not just trying to turn to the left. I'm trying to keep the right hip elevated. Reach down, step forward, and squat to rise. When your spine is straight, straighten your legs. And now that we're at the top of the mat, we switch what leg we were standing on. So since we were standing on our left leg, we're going to switch to our right leg. That means left ankle on right thigh. Get ready to grab your foot, hand on your hip. It doesn't matter if you hold the heel, if you hold the big toe, if you hold the arch, if you hold the inside, if you hold the outside. So I'm going to struggle here for a second. You're going to see me trying to find the right grip. I'm pretty sure my left hip felt a little bit tighter, so I'm going to opt for the big toe hold. And once you're standing, remember, the leg does not have to be absolutely dead solid straight here. All we want to do is push through the heel and pull at the right shoulder. And as we slowly come out, we're going to just try to come out the way we came in, placing the ankle to the thigh. And now plant your left foot, lift your left knee. And try to touch your right big toe with the index finger of your right hand. Just a little counter movement there for that left hip. Reach both hands up and slowly hinge. Fingertips to the mat and the right foot steps back. Now we're coming into our twisted triangle. So you can play with lifting the back heel and pushing yourself back with your front foot. Reach up with your left hand. Left leg is as straight as you can manage, and you're breathing slowly through your nose and giving your body the best opportunity to relax into the movements that you're putting it through. Every movement is a little bit of medicine. And sometimes the medicine is really yummy, and sometimes it tastes like shit, but it's always good for you. Sit into your hero's position for a moment and just collect your breath. Bring your heart rate down, and let's begin again. I find that a hero's pose is a much more meditative and quiet place to pause in versus down dog. So now that we've got the forearms down, again, forearms like train tracks, we're going to lift the feet, lower the hips, but the hips don't come all the way to the ground. I'm pushing my knees into the ground enough, but now I'm going to push down hard into the left knee to lift the right knee off the mat. We're going to do this 3 times on each side. See if you can lower your right knee without your pelvis dropping to the floor. Push into your right knee and lift your left knee. You're welcome. Yeah, baby, getting stronger. So lower that knee. Remember, try to keep your groin, your zipper off the ground. Lift your right knee, press into your left. Press into your right knee, lift your left. And one more set. Let's see if we can't slow down here just for a second. Hold that knee up, press the left knee down. And without dumping your pelvis into the ground, press into your right knee and feel your body shifting the weight to the right knee in order to lift the left. So we want to work that glute hamstring connection. We also want to work that connection on the front of the hip, working flexion and tension in a shorter lever. Reach your left hand left and turn to your left. My legs are straight here, but if you want, you can plant your right foot behind your left thigh, and then that'll let you turn your hips open just a little bit more. So plant the right foot behind the thigh. If you want to use that bent right leg to draw your right knee away from, I'm drawing mine away from the camera there, and trying to turn the hips even after the shoulders have stopped turning because of that left hand pinned behind you. So that's a great stretch anytime we're using the chest, every time we're doing a lot of pushing, that's a great counter. And let's do the other side. Reach to your right, slide the left hand onto your mat so that when you turn to your left and roll onto your right side, that left hand is right in front of your face where you can see it. You're pushing with both hands into the floor and straightening the legs, maybe driving through the heels. But if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can plant that left foot and then just try to draw your left knee to the floor behind you. And you can find that you can keep rotating those hips a little bit more, even rotating your right femur. That's your right toes trying to point at the ceiling. And then release. Roll back onto the belly. Take your groin off the floor, push back into a tabletop. Now we're going to walk the knees to the center of the mat. Step the hands wide. Lower your forehead to the mat for a moment. Again, just bringing the heart rate down, letting ourselves ground. Find center again. We're going to cross the ankles, sit back behind the feet. Bring the soles of your feet together here. Hold on to your ankles. Lift the heart. So you can see my reflection in the mirror there. The spine is nice and straight, even though you can't see it from the camera directly. Right hand comes behind you. And I'm going to bring my left knee on top of the right and just turn. Look over the right shoulder. Now I'm just going to go the other way. Place your right knee on your left. Turn. Look over your left shoulder. Twists are so great for so many different areas of the body, so many functions. Step your feet nice and wide. Legs are straight. We're going to twist from this position as well. Now, as you place your hands to the right and look over your right shoulder again, your left glute is not on the mat, okay? So let's be clear about that. When we twist, that is going to peel, in this case now, your right butt cheek off of the floor. So when you twist like that, let's do it one more time. Turn to your right. Notice that I've planted and am pushing into the arch of the left foot, and as I twist to the left, I'm on the arch of my right foot. And coming back to center. Oh, I guess we're going to do it again. 3 times a twisting movement. Just like Lionel Richie. Do you guys even know who that is? Who's out there? Bring the soles of your feet together. He's kind of a famous guy. Grab your big toes. We're going to come into Uppa, Vista, Konasana. This is a great pose for relieving gas and tormenting your girlfriend or boyfriend. This is a great time to fart and have your dog come over and sniff your groin. You might have a dog at home. You might have a cat, on your head. But whatever you're doing, don't take it that seriously. Just do your best and have fun with it. Now, we're going to bring those toes a little bit away from the groin, and I'm just going to go forward And now we're going to plant the hands, plant the feet, lift your butt, and as you drive your knees forward, try to squeeze them together. We always want to think in terms of not just what movements are we doing, but what counter movements are we doing. Again, we're going to step the feet wide, lift the butt, try to squeeze the knees together, and lower your butt. One more time. Grab your toes, pull forward. And now we're going to slide left ankle under, reaching back with the right hand. I'm hooking the knee on the inside of my elbow instead of over the tricep. I'm trying to squeeze my leg to my opposite nipple. And as we switch sides and plant the left foot, capture the knee, the left knee on the inside of the right elbow instead of going over and around it, and just squeeze that knee into your body. And that should mean that you're engaging that right bicep and right shoulder a little bit more than you would if you were doing this with a little less mindfulness. Sliding your butt to your feet, we're going to come forward, knees to chest, pull the knees towards the armpits, plant the feet, lift your butt. It's not important that you keep perfect time with what I'm doing so much as that you can loosely follow along, pulling the knees to the chest, pushing into the feet, lifting your butt. In these last few seconds, I just want you to know there's a lot of really cool people that help support this channel on Patreon, and their names are scrolling up on the credits right now as you lie there on the floor, I hope with your eyes closed. I want you to know how much I really appreciate you joining me for today for Stronger Yoga, and I hope you'll come back. We've got lots of videos on our channel, and we try to take a more tongue-in-cheek, fun approach to the practice, not take ourselves too seriously, and that's why you are once, twice, 3 times a yogi, and I love you. Normally, when somebody sings you into Shavasana, they're chanting and they have a beautiful voice, and I have none of those skills. So deal with it. Go suck it. But don't forget I love you guys. I really do. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope that you'll join me again for another Stronger session where we apply biomechanics and strength training into our yoga practice. Thanks for being here. See you soon. Namaste.